Hey y'all, what's up? This is Nick Fotu, and I'm going to talk to you guys about stress today. I don't want to just be doing all the talking, and I don't want this to be a video about just me talking the whole time. So I'm going to use a little technology, get a little creative, and help you guys to illustrate the things that I'm about to talk to you guys about. And hopefully you can internalize and comprehend and really feel what it is that I'm talking to you about today, about stress and how we can all deal with stress in a more positive way. It is my hope that at the end of this video, you'll at least remember one thing that you can take, help you to deal with stress better, help you to be happier, have more success, and ultimately help you to, achieve and reach your goals and dreams, whatever that is for you. And so stress, what is stress, right? So stress is a mental or physical tension or pressure. That's the technical definition of stress. But stress is something that we all deal with, regardless of color of our skin, how much we make, what neighborhood we live in. It doesn't matter. We all deal with stress. And so the question is, how do we deal with stress, right? And I talk to a lot of the kids that I talk to in high schools, and the reason why it comes up is because a lot of those kids in high school, their decision making is not always the best. And so hopefully it can help you guys to make better decisions. And in talking about stress, we all deal with stress differently, right? But unfortunately for a lot of the high school kids, they turn to drugs to deal with their stress. If we think about it, yes, those high school kids that do decide to use drugs to cope and deal with their stress, temporarily it may seem like a solution because they're may feel better, they may escape whatever it is that they're feeling. But ultimately, when they're not high anymore and the effects of that drug wears off, they realize that the problem is still there. And if they continue to do that, not only will the problems add up, but eventually they become dependent on that drug and they become addicted. So I know for a fact that I don't want anyone to deal with stress that way, because it only leads to more stress. And it's not only bad for you mentally, but physically also. And so I want to help you guys to make better decisions. Different types of stress, right? Stress at school, if you have a job, working at McDonald's or wherever it is that you work at. Work can be stressful also. Relationships can be stressful, whether it's your family relationship or maybe in a dating relationship. It can also cause stress. And how do we deal with that, right? So let's talk about stress in school. So school can be very stressful for a lot of us, right? I remember back when I was in high school, it was kind of stressful, right? There's stress from pressure to get good grades. There's peer pressure, pressure from coaches and parents to do better, to be your best. All these pressure and causes a lot of stress, right? So this video that we're about to watch is kind of give you an example, a real life example, right? So, we're talking about stress, but, what does that look like in real life situations? So the video we're about to watch is going to give you kind of an example, kind of get a feel for how stress can affect you in school.
Let me tell you what I see. I see a system that's designed for you to fail. Now, I know you all like stats, so let me give you some. Richmond High only graduates 50% of its students. And of those that do graduate, only 6% go to college. Which tells me when I walk down these halls and I look in your classrooms, maybe only one student is going to go to college. Well, damn, Coach Carter, if I ain't going to college, where am I gonna go? Now, that's a great question. And the answer for young African-American men in here is this: probably to prison. In this county, 33% of black males between 18 and 24 get arrested. So look at the guy on your left. Now look at the guy on your right. One of you is going to get arrested. Growing up here in Richmond, you're 80% more likely to go to prison than college. Those are the numbers. Now I want you to go home and look at your lives tonight. Look at your parents' lives. And ask yourself, do I want better? If the answer is yes, I'll see you here tomorrow. And I promise you, I will do everything in my power to get you to college and to a better life.
So let's talk about work stress, right? Some of you may have a job, whether you're working at McDonald's, wherever it is, right? And so the video we're going to watch is kind of give you an example of stress that teachers and coaches have to endure in their job and how stressful it is. And someday, when you guys grow up, you'll have the opportunity, if you want, to be a teacher or a coach. One of the most important jobs in our country, in the world, is being a teacher, a mentor, or a coach. Because we're teaching and preparing the future, and that's you guys. So if you have a coach or teacher that takes time to talk wisdom to you guys and share wisdom with you, really appreciate that and really listen. Because that's someone who cares about you and wants to help you. So this video right here that we're about to watch is going to kind of give you a real life feel for work stress. And there's all different type of jobs. Different jobs bring different types of stress, but it causes stress nevertheless. So here we go with the video.
Sir, they can cut the chain off the door, but they can't make us play.
We've decided we're gonna finish what you started, sir.
Yeah, so leave us be, coach. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We were all meant to shine as children do. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Sir, I just want to say thank you. You saved my life.
Thank you, sir.
So let's talk about relationship stress. Relationships, all different types of relationships, family relationships, relationships as far as dating, right? Boyfriend and girlfriend type of relationship, that can bring a lot of stress. Whether your relationship with the coach and how, you deal with each other in critical situations, preparing for a game, and, all that preparation leads to the game and how you perform in the game. So many different situations where relationships can cause stress. So this video again is going to give you an idea, one example of many, of how stress and relationships can affect you.
Oh, look who's here.
Is this from your father?
From the back.
Unbelievable. You're doing good. You're enjoying everything, all right? Excuse me. How you doing? Glad you come by.
Can I talk with you?
Sure.
Can we do it outside? So you're going through with this?
Yeah, I start training tomorrow.
Hey, Ralph, I made some connections. I could make some money on this, endorsements.
Absolutely, do that.
Thank you, Ralph.
Sure.
Okay.
So you're nervous about the fight?
They're scared to death.
You don't look scared?
Well, you ain't supposed to.
Then you don't have to do it.
Yeah, well, I think I do.
You know, living with you, it hasn't been easy. People see me, but they think of you. Now with all this going on, this is gonna be worse than ever.
It don't have to be.
No, sure it does.
Why? You got a lot going on, kid.
Oh, what, my last name? That's the reason I got a decent job. That's the reason why people deal with me in the first place. Now I start to get a little ahead. I start to get a little something for myself, and this happens. Now I'm asking you as a favor not to go through with this, okay? This is only gonna end up bad for you, and it's gonna end up bad for me.
You think I'm hurting you?
Yeah, in a way you are.
That's the last thing I ever wanted to do.
I know that's not what you want to do, but that's just the way that it is. Don't you care what people think? Doesn't it bother you that people are making you out to be a joke and that I'm gonna be included in that? Do you think that's right? Do you?
You ain't gonna believe this. But you used to fit right here. I'd hold you up and say to your mother, this kid's gonna be the best kid in the world. This kid's gonna be somebody better than anybody ever knew. And you grew up good and wonderful. It was great just watching you every day. It was like a privilege. Then the time come for you to be your own man and take on the world, and you did. But somewhere along the line, you changed. You stopped being you. You let people stick a finger in your face and tell you you're no good. And when things got hard, you started looking for something to blame, like a big shadow. Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you wanna be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that. I'm always gonna love you no matter what. No matter what happens. You're my son, you're my blood. You're the best thing in my life. But until you start believing in yourself, you ain't gonna have a life. Don't forget to visit your mother.
So this part is another scene from the movie Coach Carter, and this kind of illustrates how important it is to surround yourself with the right people. I talk about friends all the time, right? And so this video clip right here kind of illustrates why it's so important to surround yourself with positive friends, because there's going to be times in your life that you're going to need help. And then if you have the right people surrounding you, the right team, they're going to be there to help you. And then in the future, you'll be able to return the favor for them. So here we go with that video clip.
All right, that's it for today. We have a game tomorrow, so get some rest tonight. And remember, ties and jackets tomorrow. Clyde. Mr. Cruz. I'm impressed with what you've done, but you came up short. You owe me 80 suicides and 500 push-ups. Please leave my gym. Thanks, Clyde. Gentlemen, see you tomorrow.
I'll do push-ups for him. You said we're a team. One person struggles and we all struggle. One player triumphs, we all triumph, right?
I'll do some. I'll run suicides too.
I do some too.
So this scene right here is from the movie Rocky. I love Rocky. I love boxing, and I just always try to help kids through the sport of boxing. And so this scene right here from the movie Rocky is his trainer. He's helping him, sharing wisdom with him to get through and to be successful. So again, if you have a coach or mentor or a teacher trying to share wisdom with you, do your best to try to listen because they care about you and they want to help you.
Slip the jab. Slip the jab. Slip the jab. Slip the jab. That's right. That's it. Hey, I didn't hear no bell.
Okay.
All right, that's right. Slip the jab. That's it. Mentalize. See that bum in front of you. You see yourself doing right, and you do right. That's pretty. That's very pretty. Time. Ah, come here, Rock. My God, you're ready, ain't you? That Apollo won't know what hit him. You're gonna roll over him like a bulldozer, an Italian bulldozer. You know, kid, I know how you feel about this fight that's coming up. Because I was young once, too. And I tell you something. Well, if you wasn't here, I probably wouldn't be alive today. The fact that you're here and doing as well as you're doing gives me, what do you call it, a motivation, huh? To stay alive. Because I think that people die sometimes when they don't want to live no more. Nature's smarter than people think. And nature is smarter than people think. Little by little, we lose our friends, we lose everything. We keep losing and losing till we say, you know, oh, what the hell am I living around here for? I got no reason to go on. But with you, kid, boy, I got a reason to go on. And I'm going to stay alive. And I will watch you make good. And I'll never leave you. And I'll never leave you until that happens. 'Cause when I leave you, you'll not only know how to fight, you'll be able to take care of yourself outside the ring, too. Is that okay?
It's okay.
And this next video clip is from the movie Rocky. And it just shows you how important it is to find good friends that give you good advice, that when you're going through things, they will be there to give you encouragement, give you good advice, help you with life situations. Because like I said, life is tough and we're all going to deal with stress. But the question is, are we surrounding ourselves with the right people that's going to help us to deal with our stress in a positive way? And this scene is Rocky talking to his friend, and she gives him advice and encourages him.
I didn't think this was going to come along.
But this is what you wanted, right?
You know, I talk, and sometimes I think what I'm saying is true, and then, you know, I look at myself, I'm not even sure what is true anymore, because it's like I push this crazy idea about fighting. I mean, what's it all about? Do I really care about standing toe to toe and all that stuff? Or like my kid says, is it just like ego? Or am I like this old pug who's just trying to replace old pain with new pain? I don't know. I don't know.
Look, I know I usually don't say a lot. You know, I'm always listening and looking, but, you know, who you are, you know, the part of you that's so full of life. I mean, we all have that feeling, that fire, but usually never get a chance to use it, and then it just goes away. But you can. You've got this opportunity, so do it. Why not? I mean, this is who you are. You know, this is who you'll always be. And you don't move aside from nobody until you're ready to move. And it doesn't matter how this looks to other people. All that matters is how it looks to you. Rocky. Rocky, look at me. How it looks to you. And if this is something that you want to do, and if this is something that you gotta do, then you do it. Fighters fight. You're not gonna punch me, are you? All right, listen, I gotta go before I wear out my welcome. I'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks. Fighters fight, right?
What makes up a team, right? A successful team, right? Not only you have to have the right coaches, but you have to have the right players that are team players, that are hard workers, and they all work together, right? So what happens if you have, you know, one or two people that are motivated, that put in the work, that work hard, but the rest of the teammates, they're lazy, they don't really care? What happens? That team is going to lose, right? So in your own life, if you want to be successful, it's no different. You know, your friends, that becomes your team. You get to have the opportunity to go out and recruit friends to be on your team, right? And so I'm here to tell you, don't just let anybody be your friend, right? Now, I'm not saying to be disrespectful and be mean to anyone, but don't just let anybody be your friend. Make sure that they bring something to the table that can improve you or help you to be a better person and help you to ultimately reach your goals. Because if you don't, and you surround yourself with the wrong people, you're going to be disappointed in a big part of your life, because those people are going to influence you to do things that take you away from your goals, right? So this video clip that we're about to watch is about Coach Carter, and he's just sharing wisdom with the kids and the population that he's trying to coach. They grew up in a poor area, not a lot of family support, not a lot of people graduate, and so as a coach and a mentor for these kids that he coaches, he's just trying to share wisdom with them. And so for you kids, when you're coaches, teachers, anyone that takes time to talk to you guys and share wisdom with you guys, try your best to listen, because they care about you and they want to help you. So here we go with the video.
Oh, well, not quite your storybook ending, huh? Not for us anyway. But you men played like champions. You never gave up. And champions hold their heads high. What you achieved goes way beyond the win-loss column or what's going to be written on the front page of the sports section tomorrow. You've achieved something that some people spend their whole lives trying to find. What you achieved is that ever-elusive victory within. And gentlemen, I am so proud of you. 4 months ago, when I took the job at Richmond, I had a plan. That plan failed. I came to coach basketball players, and you became students. I came to teach boys, and you became men. And for that, I thank you. If someone walked in this door right now and offered me the coaching job at any school in the state of California, you know which team I'd choose?
St. Francis.
I'm just saying, man. Can you?
Richmond?
Rich what?
Richmond.
Rich what?
Richmond.
Rich what?
Richmond.
Where we from?
Richmond.
What's my hometown?
Richmond.
What we love?
Richmond.
Rich what?
Like I said before, there's stress that we put on ourselves unnecessarily by the bad decisions that we make, and then there's stress that is just part of life. And so I just want to encourage you guys to look at stress as a positive thing, as something that we need to grow. And so, some of the things that we do can eliminate the unnecessary stress that we put on ourselves by making bad decisions. So, I want to encourage you guys, make good decisions, right? So I'm not here talking to you guys and trying to tell you guys how to live your life. I'm just here to share wisdom with you guys. And hopefully, you'll find something useful that you'll be able to apply in your life and help you to have more success, more happiness, accomplish your goals and your dreams in your life. Good luck to all of you. We're all trying to deal with this coronavirus situation. I see online people going back and forth, stay home, other people who are like me that are driven, that it's hard because we want to be out there exercising, and in our mind nothing can stop us because we feel like we can overcome anything. So it's a challenge, dealing with this coronavirus. People are arguing online, stay home, and this and that. I've even seen where the city of Fort Worth, they took off all the rims at the basketball court so that people can't go out there and play. Just so many issues. Our government, the Democrats and the Republicans, they're always fighting with each other, But I've seen a lot of positive situations where the coronavirus has helped people to give back to the community, to serve, to help others. And so again, it's like the cup half full or half empty. And depending on how you see that cup is going to depend on your attitude and how you live your life. Are you going to be that person that causes and stirs drama? Or are you going to be that person that goes out to your community and serves and helps your community to be a better place, right? Think about that. Is the cup half full or is the cup half empty? If you ask me, I'm always going to tell you that the cup is half full, right? And think about this. Think about this. If you think the cup is half empty, that attitude is not only going to poison your mind, but eventually that water in that cup is going to slowly dissolve. And then it's going to be no water, right? On the flip side, if you program your mind and you say that that cup is half full, this is what happens. Slowly that cup that's half full starts to fill up, right? And eventually it starts to overflow. And your life will be so blessed and you feel overwhelmed with joy and happiness. And just thinking about it, I get kind of emotional, but it's a good thing. It's a positive thing, and I don't know what it is, but I just passionate about what I do. I'm blessed to be a part of right here. Recovery Resource Council. Just so blessed. And yeah. Love you guys. Stay safe out there. You know, eventually this too shall pass and we'll get through it. I love you guys. Much aloha. Until next time. Love you guys.